Alrighty, this is Luke here talking to you from my hot and humid base here in central Japan. Hope this finds you well. Now, as you may know, I'm always kind of jumping on trainings and just trying to look out for stuff that's going to work for me. And a lot of stuff that I kind of look at and try out doesn't work or just doesn't work for me or whatever. But every now and then you come across a gem that kind of just comes up trump straight away. And what I like to do is just, when I find something that does work, is just put it together in a very quick training and put it out to my list so other people can give it a go. You can see here this rather kind of dramatic headline, 300% ROI. This isn't kind of just some scammy thing. Basically, using this short little technique that well, it's kind of step-by-step process that I'm about to show you in this video. I was able to get kind of 300% ROI on just a little campaign that I started up. Let me tell you the full details. I've just started running some traffic through PPV. I'm going to be going into that in later videos, whether that's for you or not, I don't know. That's for a later date. I was running PPV, and I use this little process to choose an offer for that PPV campaign, and usually I don't expect anything to convert until I've got my targeting down, until I've got my keywords all kind of locked down, and I've done a bit of testing. But using this little process, the offer that I did get within about the first 24 hours converted for me at $32, and considering I'd paid about $8 in advertising spend, yeah, it's about 300% ROI. Now, of course, you're not going to be able to retire on that, but that meant that my kind of advertising spend was covered for the next couple of days. Now, no guarantees here, but if you can get that kind of system down, that's really nice, because, I mean, that's one of the big kind of stresses and strains of putting up paid advertising campaigns, is that more often than not, they will be draining your money before you see any kind of return on your investment. So if you can, on kind of the front end of things, choose an offer that's going to convert for you, then that's a real added bonus, and just gives you a little bit of a kind of a leg up at the beginning. And that's what that gave me. No guarantees though, but I just wanted to show you exactly what I did, and you can kind of run with it if you please. So let's just dive straight in. I've kind of waffled on enough. Here we have my offer search checklist. Just going to start right with the basics, because I know some of you watching won't be advanced as some of the other folk who are watching this. So I apologize if you have heard this before. Let's just dive in very quickly. So if you're looking for an offer, I mean, what I mean by offer, of course, is just some kind of ebook or some kind of training, or some kind of a digital product that you can sell and get a commission for. Yeah, so you just put the offer up there using whatever method you want to drive the traffic to it. It converts, and you get a commission on it. Depending on the offer, the commission will be big, medium, or small. So the main kind of niches that work, I'm sure a lot of you heard this before, of course, are health and fitness, wealth, dating. Of course, wealth is, all of these are very big, kind of huge niches. So within these niches, in the long term, you want to be kind of burrowing down and kind of, for example, finding a niche like within health and niche fitness. You could find a kind of micro niche, and postnatal women who want to get their old figure back or something. Or in wealth, you could go for Facebook marketing. Or in dating, divorced men over the age of 50, whatever. This is just to give you kind of an idea here. Within the wealth niche, you have things like make money online. What I mean there is people, again, using Facebook marketing or YouTube marketing, or business opportunities, biz ops, and those are, you know, pretty much covered by the giants, kind of JV Zoom, Warrior Plus. I'm pretty sure you've used those guys before. I'm not going to go into those right now, because that is a particular skill set. Although you could use maybe some of these techniques to check out those offers, but it's a kind of slightly different ballgame, so I won't touch that today. Also, you have CPA. I'm sure you've heard about that as well, cost per action or cost per acquisition. And I use a lot of CPA, don't get me wrong, as you probably know. One barrier, though, especially for people who are kind of just jumping on this completely brand new, is that to get into CPA networks like your Max Bounties, your Peerflies, your Neverblues, you do have to apply. And Peerfly, or if you haven't heard of Peerfly, if you are completely new, Peerfly is one of the easiest ones to get into, and one of the best actually. PERfly.com, so you can get in there, but you do have to apply, which can be a bit of a barrier, and you have to kind of explain some of the marketing that you plan to use. And not impossible, but it is a bit of a barrier. So that's why I have here Clickbank written down, because Clickbank is an affiliate network that you don't have to apply to get into, and also all the offers there are basically already open to you. Whereas some of the CPA networks, you will have to apply for not only to get into the actual network itself, then you have to also apply for different offers, especially the big ones that are going to make you the big money, which are just kind of barriers, especially for someone who are kind of just setting out. So yeah, Clickbank, that's what I'm going to look at, and how to find a good offer on Clickbank. But having said that, the system that I'm going to show you here can be applied once you are in a CPA network like Peerfly or MaxPlanter. You can use these tools quite easily to get there. But we're going to look at Clickbank first of all, because just if someone wants to just dive in, grab an offer, find a good offer, and start driving traffic, Clickbank is the most kind of barrier-free option out there. So let's just dive in here. Let's just go to Clickbank. And the other good thing about Clickbank is you can open as many accounts as you like, and this is one I just kind of opened a couple of days ago. I gave it a women's name because sometimes you want to kind of be targeting women, but Angelina, after the Bob Dylan song, not after Angelina Jolie. Anyway, so this is kind of completely brand new one. But so what you do once you're in Clickbank, as I said, completely free to join. You just kind of there's no interview process or anything. You can just jump in there and sign up, put your details in, and then once you're here, you can just go to the marketplace. And this is the procedure you're going to use. Come down here, got all the categories down here. Let's go. Okay, let's pick one of the big ones: health and fitness. And this is what you do. Okay, now to find out, if you want to just find out, don't you, if this offer is good to go or not? Is it going to convert for you if you drive the right traffic to it? So if you go here, you can just see, okay, let's go for the very top one. And basically Clickbank will put the kind of, it says popularity, so this is the most popular one we have here. And what you want to look for basically is how much money you're going to get for sale. So this one, every sale per average is $60.41. That's pretty good. Every sale you make, you'll probably be getting something like that, so it's pretty good. If you can get 4 or 5 of them a day, then you'll be kind of paying your rent or your mortgage off, yeah? So let's have a look here. So you can just see the other key thing is gravity. So this gravity is huge, 255.92. Basically anything over 50 is good to go. Now, this is health and fitness, and these are the top ones. So even like the bottom one here is kind of 91.75. But anything down to 50 is going to be good for you here. Now, I'm not saying you should pick one of these offers. You could go in and just find in any of these here and have a look around. But I'm just going to show you how you would just go about seeing if this offer was any good or not. So what you can do here is just have a look, and any good offer, yeah, is going to have a affiliates kind of backup and support. So here's Venus Factor and affiliates, and I know I've never actually promoted this, but I know for a fact that this Venus Factor is just one of the most successful anyway. So this is a good example of a very well put together offer. And you can come down here, you see, okay, it's got all these instructions of what affiliates should do and expect. You can create your own generators link here. It's got banner ads. And then what you can do is just click in and just put your email address in here, and then you'll have access to all of their affiliate offers. Now, their affiliate kind of support and stuff. What you want to look for example, let's just go back here. So is the commission 75%? Most of them are, but some of them will be 50%. And basically, unless it's something that you're going to sell a whole shed load of, which, to be honest, if you're kind of starting out in this game, you're not going to sell a huge amount right off the bat. So if you can get 75%, that's great. Sometimes they have things in, I don't know if this one does, because I haven't signed into it, but some of them they have offers where you can kind of contact them and become a kind of super affiliate just by kind of sending an email, and they will bump you up to 90%. I've had that done before as well. Also an upsell as well. If you're completely new to this, upsell just means if somebody can buy this one, what is it, like initial sale for like $40, but then if they buy it, then they're taken on to like an additional offer, which is usually higher price, or may even be a kind of so that this one's got a rebill total. So this means they have an offer which then someone can pay like a monthly subscription to, and so imagine if you get a couple of them, manage to get a couple of people paying that to you each month. Yeah, that's what is called passive income. So that's a bonus there. Another thing you want to look at as well is landing page. All right, so if you're using Bing, again, if you're completely new, Bing is a kind of a pay-per-click advertising package. So if someone's banging on my roof, I don't know why, and for Yahoo and Microsoft MSN, and they don't like long scrolling pages. So you want to just check out and see. You can just go here, for example. You can just click on this, and it should just give it to you. Yeah. Well, this one's fine. Yeah, this is a video. I'm gonna have to turn something.
Hello.
All right. Hello. And so that's fine. I mean, that'd be fine for Bing. Another thing you want to just check is when you close it. Oh, that's fine, yeah. So again, if you're using something like PPV, and I think Bing as well, don't like to have exit pops. And basically, an exit pop is just when you close down a sales page or landing page, then a thing pops up saying, "Are you sure you want to leave?" Now, that's a kind of proven way to actually pick up extra leads and extra sales. But a lot of these advertising networks don't like it. So just have a check and make sure that your offer is compliant with whatever network you're going to use, of traffic network, because there's nothing worse than spending about half an hour searching around and setting your campaign up, and then finding that the traffic network comes back to you and says, by the way, this offer cannot be advertised on a network. Sorry about that, and there's kind of a wasted hour of your life or whatever. Yeah. So that's how you can just find out if an offer on Clickbank is good to go or not. Now let's just go on to the more kind of generic process that I have found here. What I mean by generic is this process is basically you can use this with pretty much any offer that you find, whether it's on Clickbank or anything else. So let's dive in with this, and we can just go down here. So we've had a look, marketing resources and refund rate, so 0 to 5% as well. 0 refund rate's good. Anything under 5% is good to go. So let's just have a quick look. And how would you find out? If this, I mean, Clickbank is telling you, for example, that this offer Venus Factor is very good, but how do you know, if the offer is getting a load of traffic on the internet or traffic on the internet or not? And there are a couple of free tools that you can use. The first one is called Follow.net. So just Follow.net. Let's go here, and you can just go. You have to sign up. It's free. There is a pro version of it, and basically how this works, Follownet gives you see it's like app2.follow.net, and basically it gives you a limited amount of lookups that you can look here, and I'm going to show you that in a moment, and that kind of goes down. But if you introduce people to this, then you get kind of a complimentary extra options or credits to look up more things that you want to look at. So let's show you how this works. So I've come to app2.follow.net, and I'm already signed up. And what you would do is just grab this one, so just venusfactor.com, for example, and you can just come over here and put it in here. and boom, okay, and it shows here first of all monthly unique visitors, okay, and you can see that, okay, back in January it had a peak. This is probably when it was released or had some big campaign. 500, so 500,000 people visited it in a month. Now it's come down, and it's down to about 180,000. Now that's still not to be sniffed at, and one thing that is kind of quite good to look at is the fact that it's been running since January. This isn't something that's going to kind of be suddenly just going away. It seems to be going up and down. It does have kind of dips and peaks, but it's kind of sticking around this kind of 100,000 mark. So this is kind of what we call a evergreen, or maybe a long seller, yeah. And so that's telling you this. This is maybe a good product to go with, a good solid product. Then you can just go down these are all different things depending on what traffic you want to go for, what traffic source you want to go for, which I'm going to kind of go into a little bit more detail, but I can't cover everything here. But basically it gives you keywords that you can start using if you want to search on Google or on using Bing or something like that. The top competitors as well, Venus Index, blah, blah, blah. Here are some more domains that you can use. Top countries of Google. So because this is only the free version, it doesn't show you the top five, so probably America would be the top one, I guess. Here's the keywords if you're using search, other keywords, and then this is really good as well. They show you people who are actually running adverts to this. So if you are using Bing, you can just basically copy this, maybe change it up a little bit, because you can see here, yeah. So let's have a look here. First scene, last scene. So these offers ran quite a long time. You can have a look down here. So text ads as well, display advertising. Let's close that. And it just has all this information down here that you can use. And like I said, this becomes more useful to you once you have an idea of what traffic you want to go into, which I will be giving kind of a few options in the future. And I even have banner ads here as well that you can kind of rip off as well, because basically, I mean, that's what advertising is all about. We kind of feel pressure. We need to come up with something and reinvent the wheel, but basically you don't. All the top marketers come into programs like this. Just, how do I say it? Rip off the different successful ads, change them up a little bit, and then just run traffic to them, and that's how you go. Has the ad networks here for PPV as well, so you can see this is Follow.net, and it gives you a lot of great information here, and basically just gives you, and so basically if you come on here and this is not even showing any information, and this is showing no information, there's nothing here, then it doesn't mean it's a bad offer, yeah, and it may convert for you, but it's just telling you that this hasn't got a kind of proven track record. Having said that, you may find that nothing's on here, but you may look on some other kind of what we call competitive intelligent net programs like Follow.net, and find that actually, just for some reason Follow.net isn't covering that particular offer, but the offer is still good to go. So having said that, let's just go and just show you another one. So we have SimilarWeb here. You may have, I mean, this I've seen mentioned around, so you may know about this, but SimilarWeb is pretty cool as well. So you can just go over here, SimilarWeb.com, and SimilarWeb gives you kind of similar information to Follow.net. It gives you kind of the demographics. So let's go here. Yeah, so here you go. And the good thing with SimilarWeb, it gives you the country ranking. Why has that come up? Get off. And so country rank is 10,000 in the USA. It's in the top 28,000 in the world. Basically, if an offer's in the top 100,000, then it's really got some serious juice to it, and it may be worth going. You can see here that it's had like 1.5 million. So this monthly, so VenusFactor.com is this monthly visits is showing much higher than we saw on Follow.net. So you may find that, but yeah, and this one gives you, so yeah, as I thought, like the top ones are like, you know, countries that cover this is America, Australia, even Vietnam, Canada, and the United Kingdom. So and you can just go down here and you can just find some different sites that are driving traffic to this particular VenusFactor.com. site. You can see there's organic searches and all this kind of lovely stuff, and most of the stuff's coming from YouTube, a lot's coming from Facebook, probably not surprising. Quite a bit of traffic's coming from Pinterest too, even Yahoo Answers. That's another way you can get free traffic. So it's basically giving you all this stuff here, and this is all completely free. Again, SimilarWeb has a paid option. I'm not quite sure how it works actually. You see it's got plans and pricing here, but you can use this for free. But I found if you use it too much, then it will suddenly come up and say, boom, please upgrade to our Pro. Alright, so basically looking at this, you can see that Venus Factor is a killer offer that you could get converting. Now, on the flip side of this, the Venus Factor is, and I know for a fact, is one of the big offers on Clickbank, and so you have you may have a bit of a competition problem if you do decide to go with promoting something like Venus Factor. So my advice is, going back to Clickbank, is if you do go for health and fitness, go for something that maybe is down on kind of the third page or something, and around that kind of 50 gravity mark, or up to about 100 or something. So you give yourself a bit more of a chance. I'm not saying that competition is a bad thing. It's a good sign. It shows that an offer is worth promoting. But if you're kind of just dipping your feet and just finding out what traffic and what techniques work for you, you don't want to be going in and right up against kind of the big boys and girls out there, because it's going to kind of really kind of be very tough for you to get any kind of success. All right, so that's it. And just the kind of final 2 points. You want to just see how the top affiliates promote and how do you want to promote it. And again, so that can just go back, yeah, to let's just go back to Follow.net. And as I was saying, that's not loading now. But as I was saying, like with the let's just try again. Yeah, and what that means is basically just having a look at what the keywords are being used and using all this great stuff here. These are all the top ads on Google. These are all the top ads on Bing, yeah, and also how to promote it. So again, like I said, there's PPV or PPC. There's different kind of advertising methods that you can use, and different offers do work better on some advertising networks than on others, yeah. But that's kind of a matter of you finding out which ones work, and that's not me kind of copying out there. I mean, it's different things work differently for different people, and people find that some networks work better for them than other ones, that they prefer PPV to PPC. Some people prefer Google to Bing. Some people prefer to use just free traffic or Facebook. Some people want to find that they really like the kind of the Facebook pay-per-click advertising, and it's up to you to kind of find out which ones work for you and then find out what offers work. But so what I've shown you here though is just a couple of lovely nice little tools here that you can use. Follow.net, completely free, SimilarWeb, and just how you can just go and find yourself a nice converting offer that you can just get locked and loaded into whatever traffic source you feel fit, and then just bang and away you go. And like I said, no guarantees, but using this method, it's worked for me, and I found a high converting offers. All right, so I mentioned CPA, cost per action, PeerFly and stuff like that. Now I use CPA, and one barrier, like I also mentioned, is that people have to kind of apply to get in there. Now, if you are kind of sitting there and thinking, I'd really like to kind of dive into PeerFly or something like that, then by all means, just shoot me a line by email or Facebook, and just ask me, and I'll tell you how what I say in the kind of sign-up process that gets me kind of into the networks pretty easily. Yeah. So that's it. Any questions as well, just fire them over to me by email, by Facebook, and yeah, happy hunting, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Thank you.